Minneapolis is called the City of Lakes, but it could also be called the City of Parks. We got so many great ones here. Today, we're in Boom Island. It's a beautiful location right in the heart of Minneapolis. It's actually just across the Mississippi River from downtown. Today, we're doing our grilled pork Coppa with tiger bite sauce and sticky rice. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your pork and you're gonna just slowly just work it down, and you're gonna butterfly it, and you kind of almost feel like you're opening it up. And the thickness you're looking for is probably, you're looking for like 1/2 inch to about a 1/4 inch there. You wanna season it real well. So we get some good salt. When you're eating, you're always thinking about balance. You want something that's very full of flavor, and then you have something like a sticky rice that's gonna help you balance that. A little pepper here, throw some pepper on. So, as we make our marinade, the first thing you want to do is you want to grab a pestle and mortar. What you can do is you can actually make this all the night before, put it in a Ziploc bag, keep it in that marinade in a Ziploc bag, and then just take that Ziploc bag and put it into your cooler, and then you just come out right to the park. Here we're going to start with some shallots. Throw it right into your pestle and mortar. Cut up some cilantro stem. You're going to add it right into your mix there too. Next ingredients we want to put in is garlic. Smash your garlic down. Again, we can be real rough about this because we're gonna mash it all together. This very important next thing is lemongrass. What you're really trying to do, all the essence of the lemongrass is in their oils. So I'm just gonna take the lemongrass, take my knife, pound it to release all those oils. And then I'm just gonna, again, rough cut the lemongrass. And then we take that lemongrass, we're gonna put it right in your pestle and mortar also. Throw some salt in there, and the salt acts like almost like a sandpaper because it's gonna help break everything down and turn it into a paste. And then you just start pounding it down. You just start working it down. You want to be very aggressive with this, so get some of that rage out. I've been stuck inside all winter, just mad. No, you're not mad, you're happy now. Okay, once we get to this paste, what you're gonna do is we're gonna add some fish sauce in here. I like using the nampang, which is more of like the unfiltered one. You put a little bit in it. Again, what I tell people about fish sauce is this. Fish sauce, it's like that crazy uncle you have over for the holidays. It's fun to have him for a couple hours, but you don't want him there for the whole day. So again, a little goes a long way. So you just wanna throw in probably like a teaspoon of that bad boy in there. So and then we got some oyster sauce. Oyster sauce is, it's basically kind of like a molasses. So you want to throw some oyster sauce in there. Throw some fresh cracked pepper in there. You're just going to lightly mix this all together. So the final thing you want to do here, especially with your marinade, is you want to actually give us a salinity. You want it to, because it's a little chunky right now. So what we're going to do is you just add a couple tablespoons of oil in there, and that's going to help spread it out a little bit. Pour the paste right over the pork. Okay, and then you just now work it in, and then you can just throw it right into a plastic bag, squeeze it, get all that air out of it, and then just leave it in your fridge overnight, and then the next morning when you guys are ready, pack up all your stuff, go to the park, you'll have it ready. So the next step we're gonna do is we're gonna make the sticky rice. You can get one of these rice baskets at any Asian market. Now, this is a really easy setup. You know, the bottom part here, we just fill up with water. To start, you know, we'll get this thing steaming, get this thing hot, and then in this one I put about 3 cups of sweet rice, and then you want like 6-7 cups of water. You want the water to overfill however much sweet rice you have, because then the rice is gonna absorb all that water. And you just pour it right in, because remember, the steaming basket has little holes on the bottom. It'll just, there, just throw it all in. You just put your cap on top, and then in about 15 to 20 minutes, we'll check it. Okay guys, we're gonna go check on the sticky rice. Now, when we're cooking here, the sticky rice, what happens is that bottom part cooks, and then the top, it still it needs a little bit more cooking. So what we actually do is, we actually take this, the basket, and we actually loosen it, and then we toss it. You take the rice and you kind of wiggle a little bit, and it comes off the side, and then you pull it, and then we just do this, and then you can whoop, whoop. Oh, see, that one was close. So we toss the rice, and then I'm gonna put it back on the steamer so that that top part of the rice gets steamed well. So I'm really excited to share this hot sauce with you. It's one of the most simple hot sauce ever. It is probably one of the first things I learned how to make growing up as a kid. Now, when it comes to Hmong food, there's always 4 different elements on a dinner table. When you come to my mom's house and she's making food for you, there's always these 4 elements. There's gonna be a protein, there's gonna be a rice, there's gonna be some kind of vegetable, and then there's gonna be a hot sauce. Hot sauce in the Hmong culture is very important to the dinner table. And this hot sauce, every Hmong family actually has their own. And everyone will always say, my mom or my grandmother's hot sauce, like that's the hot sauce. For us at our restaurant, we just call this our Tiger Bite hot sauce. We start with basic aromatics here. We got some garlic. We have some shallots. And then we have some Thai chilies, okay? Throw it right into your pestle mortar. Again, just crush up some garlic, throw it in. I always say you can always add more chilies in, you can't take more out. So we'll start with 2. Again, rough cut. Make sure you wash your hands really, really well when you're done using it, because for me, I wear contacts, and so at the end of the night, you forget about it, you switch out your contacts, and then it just burns, and it burns. Throw in some salt. The salt's gonna help break everything down. And then you really want to hear that sound. You really want to make sure that everything's mixing together. We have this incredible paste. Since we have this paste, we'll move it aside. The next thing is we're gonna add cilantro. You can totally do this in like a Vitamix or a blender, but texturally, I love this sauce be a little chunkier, and we're just gonna take our cilantro and we're gonna add it right in. We're just gonna mash the cilantro down. And once you do that, all that beautiful flavor of cilantro comes out. Okay, and then the next thing is now we're gonna get all our liquids in here. So again, we're gonna use fish sauce. We're using this more clear, it's a more refined fish sauce. So we throw in a little fish sauce here. I know that I'm gonna need a little bit more salt. And then what we'll do is we'll actually add lime juice. And we're actually probably do this whole lime in there. So squeeze all that lime. We're not gonna mash it anymore. What I would do is I use the masher here and I just kind of stir it. And that smell just takes me back to my mom's table. You just take it here, and then that's your little serving vessel. So guys, this is my favorite part, is putting the meat on the grill. You know, some people might have these techniques of, like, you know, especially if you're grilling steaks or different meats, you don't want to move it too much. I actually like moving it because you can evenly get that caramelization, get kind of that char, that even char on it. We have our pork out, very juicy, delicious pork. Cut it on a bias here like this, and then you have this really beautiful pork. And here, my friends, we have our grilled pork coppa with tiger bite sauce and sticky rice.